I am Dr. Sudhir Kothari. I am a neurologist. Today we shall talk a few minutes on epilepsy and what it is, what it means for the patient. All brain activity happens because of electrical currents passing from one part of the brain to another part in a organized manner. When there is a sudden increase or abnormal epileptic discharge, you get what is called epilepsy. Depending on where the discharge is or how it spreads, the pattern and the type of epilepsy may vary. So sometimes some people may fall down and get what is called a grand mal fit, where they fall down and get jerking all over, frothing and tongue bite, etc. They may pass urine in the clothes. That is the so-called fit which everybody is aware of. But there are other types of fits which are more subtle, which are milder, in which only one part of the hand or one leg may start twitching or jerking, or sometimes the patient may only get a little blank, may just blink his eyelids and be absent for a few seconds, or sometimes they may suddenly start talking something different or may not understand what you are saying. So these types of epilepsy can be missed and people may not realize that this is also epilepsy. Why is it important to diagnose epilepsy? Because it's a very treatable disorder. Secondly, it can sometimes be due to an underlying dangerous disease, especially when it starts late in life, and so one needs to be sure of what is the cause. The commonest situation where we get epilepsy is in children, but nowadays we are getting many old people getting epilepsy for the first time, and many times they do not realize it is epilepsy because they do not get the typical grand mal fit. So they may just fall down, may lose consciousness for a few seconds or minutes, and it may be passed off as less blood sugar or less low BP, etc. So we have to be careful in old people who suddenly pass out or suddenly behave abnormally for a few seconds. Another thing that is important worth keeping in mind is there is something called vasovagal. We have to remember what are epilepsy mimics. So we should also keep in mind what are the things which may be wrongly diagnosed as epilepsy. The commonest disorder which is wrongly diagnosed as epilepsy is what is called syncope or fainting. This typically happens in young children. They are standing in school in the sun, or they have not had their meals, or they suddenly are poked by the doctor, or they get a sudden injury and they may fall down to the ground. They may get one or two jerks and sometimes rarely even pass urine. So this, especially if an EEG is done and the EEG shows some non-specific abnormality, may be wrongly diagnosed as epilepsy. This brings us to the point of EEG, and EEG should never be used by the doctor to make a diagnosis of epilepsy. And EEG, the epilepsy of diagnosis is always a clinical diagnosis. The EEG is used to decide which drug will help if you have diagnosed epilepsy. So whenever the child has an episode which doesn't really look like epilepsy, but an EEG is reported as borderline abnormal, one should take it with a pinch of salt and be careful about diagnosing epilepsy in such situation. Diagnosis of epilepsy is by the history, and therefore the parents or the observers must be very careful in seeing what is happening to the patient during the attack, how conscious is he, what happened before the attack, and these are the questions which will help the doctor in deciding whether it is epilepsy or not. What is the duration of unconsciousness? After the attack, did the patient immediately become conscious, or was he confused for some time? Depending on the age, there are different things which can mimic epilepsy. In young children, sometimes in sleep they get nightmares and other sleep disorders which can mimic epilepsy. In older people, you can have low blood sugar or sometimes rarely strokes which can mimic epilepsy. So you have to be careful about making the diagnosis depending on the age. There are many new drugs available for treating epilepsy, and patients can take advantage of the newer drugs. It is important to remember that the aim of treatment of epilepsy is to give the patient the ability to live as normal a life as possible. He should be able to live almost a normal life. The tablets or the medicines should not impair his ability to drive, his ability to think clearly, or to sleep properly. They should not make him put on weight or cause any other problem. So many of the earlier tablets were as effective as the newer ones, but they had more side effects. Nowadays we have a number of tablets from which we can choose which one will suit the patient best according to his weight, according to age, For example, elderly people do not tolerate some of the older medicines and they tolerate some of the newer ones better. Similarly, some medicines may make people put on weight or lose hair, and girls in particular will not like such medicines. So we choose the drug according to the patient's weight, according to his sex, whether he is a boy or a girl, whether he is married, whether he is planning pregnancy. All these things come into consideration, and we can really choose now very good drugs from the very good drugs available, which will suit the patient more. It is important to remember that you have to think very carefully before starting a patient on a drug, because it will go on for a few years at least, and therefore the drug that you choose first should be the best one possible. The other thing is that one should never be in a hurry to reduce the medicines. Starting medicine is also an important decision. Similarly, stopping or reducing medicines is also a very important decision, and it has to be taken in consultation with the patient, see what is his activity and whether one can safely reduce the medicine at that time of life or not. Women with epilepsy have particular problems. There are a lot of problems with right from childhood to getting married. The epilepsy and its drugs can cause problems with the periods. It can cause problems in pregnancy. Can cause problems in getting married, because there are a lot of myths and wrong concepts about epilepsy. So all these have to be addressed, and then a woman with epilepsy can have an almost normal life. Epilepsy, actually, the diagnosis means a tendency to get repeated fits. Therefore, in general, if somebody gets a single fit, we do not call it epilepsy, except in certain rare situations. Therefore, somebody with just a single fit usually will not be started on long-term medicine by the doctor. Once they start medicine, the patient must understand that it is very important not to miss even a single tablet, because suppose he takes treatment for 6 months and misses just one dose, and if he gets a fit because of missing that dose, then the whole treatment for 6 months will go waste, and he will have to take treatment again for the next 2 to 3 years. So you have to follow the orders very carefully. You should not miss the tablets, you should not miss the timings, and if you take any new medicines, particularly certain antibiotics, you should ask your doctor whether they can trigger or worsen epilepsy. All in all, the message that I have for epilepsy patients is that this is a good time to have epilepsy. Of course, it is better not to have it at all, but if you do have it, then this is a good time, because there are a lot of new drugs available, a lot of new treatments available, a lot of new options available, and they can look forward to a normal or almost normal life. Thank you.